Hello guys, let's try to create a simple house today, but before that I will try to remind you some of the tools that we learned previously. First of all, again opening the architectural template in SketchUp. Here, as you can see, I set it up my own workplace, but maybe you have something else on your side. Let me show you. Okay, maybe you have something like that when you open your SketchUp in first time. Again, we don't need it. We need large tool set. So you are just going to any window that you have here, press into the right button, and you will get toolbar settings. So in toolbar settings, you can see other options that you can unhide and make your life easier in working SketchUp. So we don't need getting started anymore. You can move it a bit and make it more comfortable. And what else I need here? I need views. If you remember, we discussed about views. We have top, perspective, front, right, back, left, whatever. And we need here styles. You can see, for example, your object, you have something like that. If you change your visibility style, you can see your object in another way. So, usually we stay in shaded mode. And also what you need is solid tools. Okay, you have solid tools. We discussed about all these solid tools previously. There are outer shell, union, intersect, subtract, and also trim and split. We didn't discuss it about trim and split. I will try to give some information in today's lesson. Okay, I'm deleting all, I don't need it anymore. Ctrl A and delete. Again, if you, for example, in move mode and want to go to selection mode, you can just press spacebar and selection mode will be activated. Also, to make my workplace easier, I set up my own hotkeys here, my SketchUp hotkeys. If you need these, I can send to the Telegram group this sheet, so it will be easier to you to use SketchUp as well. For example, for this kind of all views, let me mark. For this kind of views, I set up some hotkeys. For example, I'm pressing T, I'm going to the top view, pressing F to the front view. And with other tools as well. For example, I'm pressing Shift Line to create lines. I can change my visibility with F3 and F4. So if you need it, you can just take it from Telegram group, or you can set up your own keyboard that you need. How to set up, again, to remind you, go into the window, preferences, and here we have shortcuts. For example, if I need to press some hotkey to the camera pan, I am pressing to the camera pan, add any shortcut, for example it is H, and press plus, and we are just giving yes and OK and cancel. That's it. Today I'm going to create this simple house. I'm not sure who created that. There are a lot of mistakes with dimensions related to the height, logical mistakes, but for just practicing our modeling skills, it is well enough to work with. Okay, but before creation, what I need to say and remind you about grouping. I told you previously that grouping is very important in in SketchUp. For example, I'm creating two rectangles, giving some extrudement with push, and also one of them I'm grouping. One more thing about selection: one click selection of edges, double click selection of full face, triple click for full selection of your object. Okay, triple click, going to the right button in my mouse and make a group. On my side I can just press G as well, so it is my hotkey. Make group. This file is grouped, this is not. Let's create one more rectangle inside of that. One, and let's create here also. Okay, if I select this and try to move, you can see this is already joined to my object. It will be difficult to work in many situations if always I have this issue. But what I have here in grouped objects, trying to move it, pressing N, you can see this is separate right now. I don't need anything to correct or to change. Here it is very useful and easier when you are working with any furniture and you need it to be a single object like that. You can work. It will be very useful in only such kind of situation, but when you are working with floor plans it will be difficult to work, because if you want to make some changes and come back to any object and it will be joined with others, it will be really something like a hell to correct your own work. Everything will be messed up. That's why for each and every object that will be finished, please just create a group. And also what I can say about groups and components, you can see that we have a group, and I'm selecting this. We have a group and we have a component. Component, it is next step after creation of group. For example, for group we are just making a separate single options. Let's copy that. In component we are just making one set. For example, let's group this item as well. Triple click, make a group, selecting this and creating a component, giving name one. Okay, this is a component. This is one set, not single object, guys. It is not together right now, not a joined object as we had in group. For example, if I need to explode it and select this, you can see this is still the group separate object, not a single one that we had in group. So group, it is next level of creation. Your object, for example, your furniture is ready, and for example you have a living room furniture and you want to make them together, join, but if you need to make changes, you want to come back on that, and you can create a component, so it will be very useful and easier to use. So deleting all, I guess this was understandable. One more thing related to copy. How to make a copy. To just remind you, I'm selecting any object here, this space, going to the move mode, move, or pressing just M, and selecting any point, corner, and again just pressing Ctrl once. No need to keep pressing on Ctrl, you just need just press once and leave it as it is. So you can copy that again. Ctrl and copy. Ctrl, copy. You can do the same thing with rotate tool as well. Going to the rotate, showing the direction, angle, and pressing Ctrl. You can see it's creating a rotation with copy. Just it. And the simple way also, Ctrl C and Ctrl V, but you can see that I can just select the corner. It is a bit uncomfortable to use Ctrl C and Ctrl V. Selecting all with Ctrl A and deleting. So I guess right now we can begin creation of our little simple house. Let's begin with creation screenshot. I created the screenshot from the PDF file and going to bring this screenshot to my SketchUp file. Well, I have this screenshot here. I'm just selecting, dragging and drop it here. You can see that it is automatically comes in my scene. Pressing N to move it a bit. Okay, again, just repeating, the dimensions are wrong in SketchUp file for this picture, but it is okay. I'm going to use only for seeing the dimensions, the proper dimensions, and creating my own floor plan here from scratch. Okay, first of all, I'm going to begin with construction lines. Okay, construction lines are important here because we will use it for snapping, for creating any points, and you will understand everything in the process. To create construction lines, we can use protractor or a measure tool. Both of these tools will create something like a guide. This is dotted lines that will be helpful to us to create some kind of points. In process, you will understand. Let's begin. Beginning from protractor, so it will give me endless lines, giving direction. This. I'm going to create this. Okay, I have these construction lines. Going to create others. First, I'm going to create the distance, make some kind of corners, not corners, let's tell it is vertices or splines. Going to create such kind of vertices first and then copy the construction line that we created at first. To make that, I'm going to use this step measure tool. Going to the origin from 0 point and just typing my dimensions. What's going on here? Let me explain. Pay attention on this right bottom part. This is measurement toolbar. If you create anything with dimensions, you are controlling it here directly. For example, I gave the distance, it is 6 meters, 6,000 millimeters. I'm just pressing first point, and without pressing anything, I'm just starting to type 6,000. So it will work like that. 6,000. Again, one more time. 6,000. Enter. No, it didn't work because I quit. One more time, guys. I guess I quit it. That's why it's not working. In top view. Done. First one is created. Second one, it is 2,650. Third one, it is 3,950. Done. I guess our picture is too large. That's why let's scale it a bit. That's why it seems too big. Placing it like that. Okay, I have already distance. Let's check it. In any case, 6 meters. Correct. Correct. And let's check last one. Correct. Next time I'm not going to check anything. I just wanted to show you that we have something like that. And now I'm going to select this construction line and copy that, pressing M and selecting from this origin, pressing Ctrl. The same thing, pressing Ctrl. Going to do the same thing to the left side as well. Going to the Tape Measure tool. I'll try to use these left side tools in more cases, because in my hotkey maybe you will be distracted. Okay, so I will go to just select it from here, even if it will take time. 6,000 and 3,800. Okay, going to select this and again copy M and Ctrl. Okay, it is ready. Let's make it a bit smaller again, so it will be almost in same area. Okay, now I'm going to create walls. Let's begin with rectangle. I have this rectangle now. About the measurements or dimensions, how I can use it, you can see that right now in my right corner bottom part, it will be given the dimensions. To a rectangle, if I want to give dimensions, for example 4 meters to 4 meters, I'm just pressing 4,000 and comma. You need to press comma, guys. Without comma it will not work to another age. And again 4,000. And let's check dimensions. Proper and proper. For lines it is easier. Let's delete that. If you are creating a line, you are just giving dimensions that you need. For example 5,000. Done. It will stop in a proper corner and you can check dimensions. It is correct. That's it. So about wall width, for bigger walls let's take 380 as usual, and for inner walls let's take 150. I created a center right now. Let's use offset and for outer and inner side, and let's make dimension of that 380. Okay, half of that, if we divide it into 2, it will be 190, right? So it means I need to make offset for this measure. Selecting this, using this offset from corner, from any edge, and I'm just typing 190. And to the inner part, the same thing, 190. And I'm just going to selection with spacebar, selecting these inner lines, edges that I don't need. So I'm just selecting them and deleting. Just delete. I'm just selecting the edge and pressing to the delete button in my keyboard. I don't need this center space as well. I can delete it. Okay, now again I have only this. Do I have center? I guess yes, I have. Delete. Here as well. Delete. Delete. I deleted the measured construction line accidentally. Okay. Now it is correct from top view. Okay, we created the basic walls, exterior walls. Going to triple click. Did I deleted this? No. Okay, it is correct. Triple click to my object. I selected all and create a group. Again, I need to be inside of this to have these options, make a group. And to open or make some changes on these, I can double click on that. You can see double clicking will open my group, so I can make some changes on that. Okay, let's create inner walls now. And for each and every inner wall, I'm going to create, for example, one wall I created, so I'm just grouping that as a single object. Second wall, again, I'm creating and again making it a group. Let's begin from this middle wall. Going to the line, giving some distance like 150, right, inner walls, so it is automatically stops in proper place I created, and I need to move it a little right, so it will be in the center of my coordinate line. Triple click, selecting all, moving M, and in the same time creating a group. This one is ready. We can copy that and make some changes on this. For example, we can just copy. We are in move mode M and pressing Ctrl. Now I'm going to create this, so rotating that. Q, it is rotation. Giving rotation and placing that. How to place it properly? The distance between this and that wall, it is 3420. Let's go to the M, move mode, place it here, and again I'm in move mode. From the corner, going a little up and giving the distance in keyboard, 3420. So automatically I have placed it in proper place. Let's check. You can see it is the same, correct. Selecting this, using scale S, and make corrections. Going to let's create this side. First, we can again create the middle side wall as well. This is a big wall, so I guess it is 380 this time. Creating a line. Triple click, make a group, move it, and place it to the center. Well, we can copy that now. We are in move mode, just press Ctrl and pressing it here. I'm copying this as well. Ctrl. First I need to be in move mode. Ctrl. Placing it here. Let's select center. And using scaling S. And here as well, scaling S. And to make these two objects as a single, I'm just exploding the groups. Explode. This one, explode. You can see after explosion of these objects, it's automatically as a single. So we have, if I just try to move it, for example, you can see it is automatically joined. I can just select this edge and delete it. Or you Ctrl Z, you can make the same thing with eraser. I'm pressing E on my keyboard and I can erase that, the same thing. Again, triple click and make a group. Well, only one inner wall left, so let's create it. Let's copy from this. The distance is, let's move it a bit closer. Okay, selecting these again, pressing M, Ctrl, and I see that the distance between the outer and inner wall is 1840. Pressing that, it is automatically placing to the directly proper place. Done. So inner walls are ready. Now going to create some tags, proper tags. Do you remember the layers in AutoCAD? There's a similar thing we have here. In this right part we have a tags. If I press to the plus, I will just create a new tags. Let's create a naming for them, proper naming. Tag 1, it is wall, maybe inner wall, maybe this will be roof, and one more, maybe base, something like for fundamental part. Okay, it is created. So now I'm going to create this kind of divisions. If you can see, we have this kind of divisions for our windows and doors. We can create them. First, let's hide inner walls. We can hide them from right corner. You can see that. Before that, let me just remove these coordinate lines. You can just select them. We will not need it anymore. You can select and delete them, or go to the edit and press delete guides. Now I'm going to add these walls to proper tags. For example, I'm selecting one wall, and in title info here I have tag. If I press to untagged, I will have other options going to the wall. Now if I select that, you can see that the tag is proper. Selecting all inner walls and giving them proper tag, inner walls, and I want to hide it. Okay. To create this kind of divisions, again going to create some vertices. Again, tape measure 2. Distance between the wall and this window 700. You can see I created something like a point. 2000, 800, 2000 again, 660, and one more time 2000. And the same thing I'm going to do from left side, 600 and 2000. Left side 853, 1080, 10, 479, and 2000, 2 meters. Okay, the same thing. Okay, it is outer distance given, so go to the outer wall, 2280, 1040. Here as well we have this 480, and to the inside I guess it is the same, so 1400. Okay, this middle wall window is not given, so let's guess. I'm hiding that. Okay, it is somewhere like in the middle, right? Just selecting this and maybe giving 700, and maybe it is 800. I'm not so sure. You can give the 3 dimensions for this window. Okay, it is done. Now what I'm going to do is open this, double click, I open this group and going to use line and create divisions like that from the points that I already created. Okay, it is done. Spacebar to go to selection mode, check that everything is okay, and I can right now use push and pull to make extraction. Using push and pull, or press P on my side and make extraction. The wall height is 3,600. I know that is too big in drawing. Let's check one more time. Let's see it. Yes, this is 3,300. It is too big for one floor building, but it's okay. Just let's try to repeat it. Again, pushing and just typing on my keyboard proper dimension. Done. Okay. I guess I forgot about creation one more from top. Yeah, I forgot to create one more line. I checked from number of windows, and now I'm giving 3,600. Pushing others and just placing it to the area that we have here. It is automatically snapping, as you can see. Done. Now you can see that we need to create the windows, right? I guess the height of the door, it is 2 meters point 1. It is the height of the door, and the window will come automatically in the same height. So we can say that from the bottom part, usually from standard we can say that it is 600 millimeters, and if we just count from the height, we will get that it is 1.5 meters for one window. So I'm going to create again some points here, giving top measure. First of all, for bottom part of the window, it is 600, and from this point I'm giving 1,500. And now what I'm going to do, selecting this point and selecting the second corner. So you can see I'm creating something like guide. I will use it next for creation of our windows. You can just select this intersection point and select the wall corner that you see first. It is something like a guide, so you can use it. I guess I did it wrong here. Done. Okay, how I can use it? For example, I have 4 windows from this side. going to the line and create the edge, first edge. And now going to push and pull tool, or just press P, and I'm just growing. And from the bottom part I can just make it from the bottom space that we have. Unnecessary ones I'm going to erase with eraser, or just press E on my side. You can see that I can just select these and remove it from the bottom part as well. Just removing unnecessary lines. Oh, sorry, I removed needed one. One upper part. And again. Okay, this time again going to the line, first one, push and pull, and from the bottom I can use this, erase unnecessary lines. Here we have something like a balcony door, so we need only upper part of our guides. Push and pull again. With erase tool, going to delete these lines as well, unnecessary lines, bottom part lines. Last side, we have a door and window here. Again, line. Push and pull. It is one way to create such kind of not windows, walls, or other things. If you remember, we discussed about Subtract tool as well, and we can create windows with that, or there are a lot of other ways as well. But for basics, you can use this way as the simplest. Done. Okay, we have the base wall, exterior wall ready, and from bottom part you can see that we have empty space. How we can fill that with, for example, with any kind of face? We can go to the again line and make selection for 1 and 2. You can see it automatically fill open areas. It will automatically cap it. Done. We have it. And now let's close it, escape, and then hide inner walls. Now I don't need exterior part, I need only inners, but one more thing, I don't need these construction lines anymore, right? I'm just opening this again and edit, delete guides. I don't need it. Done. Okay, hide it again. What I'm going to do is to create the space for doors. Again, going to use this type measurement tool. I don't know the distance between door and wall, so I'm going to guess. Let's say it is the width of our door is 900 millimeters. So let's guess and create something from whatever we have here. 350 maybe, and it is 900. 1. I'm just guessing. No need to use something exactly. Right now we are just practicing, so you can also just guess what kind of dimensions we have here. Okay, this side is already given. Let's say it is same, and from these okay, again going to just open the group and create a line inside of the group. Don't forget that we are inside of this group. And after, going to push and pull it. 3600 the height. And again, the door height is going to use tape measure tool. It is, let's say, 2 meters and 100 millimeters from this point. We can use this distance, create a line again, push and pull. As I said, there are a lot of ways to create this kind of door space, and it is one of them. Next time maybe we will use another way. Done. Closing that. Making the same thing here from top view. Creating a line. Push and pull. Right now I'm not typing the height because I already have. It is snapping automatically. Again. I guess I did a wrong dimensions. Let's make it from scratch. Creating a line, push and pull. Erasing unnecessary parts. It is done. Push and pull for this one. Opening the group and then using push and pull. Here again, opening this, creating the door spaces with line, Shift L. I didn't open it properly, guys. Again, double click, creating a line, push and pull. Measurement. Shift L on my side to go to the line. erasing unnecessary parts. Last one. Creating a line. That's it. We have all inner and outer walls right now. Let's save our work. House, maybe save.